Alrighty, good morning. It is 5:30 a.m. I am currently being eaten alive by mosquitoes, but I am once again trying to get an early start in order to get as many miles done as possible before it gets super hot. The goal is 18 miles total today because there's actually a creek with like good water and 10 sites next to it, and then it's going to be just a 6 easy miles into Hiker Town. The next day, water situation is kind of sucky today. I have one good liter, and then the rest of the water is the gross yellowish water, which doesn't smell bad, so I think it probably doesn't have anything bad in it, but it still looks really gross. Makes me feel like it's gross. So I'm just gonna put in like lemonade or Gatorade packets to get rid of the smell and hope for the best. I'm a little dehydrated probably because I just don't want to drink my liter so that I'm out of it, so that I have to drink the other water, but I'm just gonna have to suck it up. But yeah, so it's already kind of muggy. It's gonna be a high of like 95, so it'll definitely get pretty warm today. And my goal is to make it to 11.5 miles. And in Siesta there's a good cistern there with comments that say that it's like really good water. So that sounds like a good place to hang out, though obviously it depends on the shade situation. But seriously, I am being eaten alive by bugs, and I am so itchy. I even have like a little bit of bug spray that like I brought along, and it does not help at all. I am like so itchy, and I don't know if it's just the bug bites from the mosquitoes or if also the horsefly bites are making me itch, and probably random scratches, and who knows, maybe I accidentally touched a tiny bit of poison oak. Like, anyways, the state of affairs is itchy. Wow, lots of great miner's lettuce at the edge of the trail. Makes a good salad snack. A good solid snack is a good salad snack. I'm being picky about my morning bathroom experience. And my criteria is I don't want to have to go steep uphill off trail or steep downhill off trail. So suffice to say, I'm gonna have to wait a while. Also, I think I have collected a fangirl following of the entire mosquito population of this forest. There are hundreds of them, and they all love me. Okay, this is pretty gorgeous. We are on the eastern facing side. I really do love walking in the early morning like this, and the late evening. The light is just so pretty, it makes it more enjoyable because everything is beautiful. It can take the most boring environment and make it pretty. Oh my gosh, this is an unmarked, magical little camping site. It's like in the magical forest. There is a huge skunk just next to the trail, and I don't know what to do. It's running away. I don't think you can see it. Okay, it's skedaddled. It was on the trail, and thankfully for me, it ran off trail immediately. But I don't mess with skunks. I got skeetos, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control of the blood I'm supplying. It's very itchy. You better take off, 'cause I need my blood to please stay inside my veins. You better take off, 'cause my patience wanes, and I will find you and hunt you and kill you, and I will have no mercy. That escalated quickly. Okay, I could be wrong, as I often am, but I believe that this is the base of the Sierras over there. Alright, it's a bit after 7, been hiking for about an hour and a half, and I've done 4 miles, and I am starving. So next order of business is to find a good place to sit down. I'm gonna have my granola. Every time I eat granola, it's a little exciting because granola is really heavy, and so every time I eat, it means I'm really reducing my pack weight. I choose to carry it because it's just my favorite breakfast, but it's definitely heavy. I'm gonna use the icky water for my granola because the food will hopefully hide the flavor a little bit. This is the natural color, by the way, this like yellow. Okay, a hiker just told me that in 2 miles, the cistern there, oh my gosh, my trekking pole just fell apart. Just a second. Okay, anyways, apparently in the cistern in 2 miles, there is a dead bear inside of the water source. Now, I wasn't planning on getting water from the source anyways because it already had bad comments as far as it not being good drinkable water. So I was already planning on going to the next water source after that, which is in 5 miles, which is apparently a good source. But I kind of want to see that. It's probably really smelly. So I've been thinking a lot about the Sierras while I'm hiking, because we're getting kind of close. Definitely no decisions made yet, but I think I'm leaning towards flipping. I think there's a much bigger chance that I flip than I don't flip. The reasons are several. Most importantly, when we walked on Baden-Powell, that really hurt my feet. So I'm pretty concerned about sustained walking up and down snow for my feet. I think that's going to put too much pressure on them. Also, if I were to skip a section and not get back to it, and have to do it a different year, since I have summers off as a teacher, it would be way easier for me to skip a section that is traditionally done in June or July, because then I can just finish it up the next summer. So yeah, so that's kind of, I'm leaning towards flipping, I think. Since I'm a solo hiker, it would definitely depend on what other people are doing. I would not want to flip somewhere and then I'm the only person on trail. But like flipping to like Belden and going northbound, or flipping to Ashland and going southbound seem like pretty good options to me right now. And I think I want to decide by Tehachapi or maybe slightly after, because if I flip, Walker Pass is the place to do it. So anyways, just kind of sharing my thoughts. I reserve the right to change my mind at any moment. Oh, and for those of you who don't know what flipping is when you do the trail, but you do them out of order. So instead of just going north the entire time in one straight line, you end up skipping some miles and doing a different section first, and then coming back and doing that same section. The main reason for doing that is it's been such a high snow year, but then also it snowed a ton in May. So we're actually above 2017 levels because it didn't melt off in May and we got more snow in May. So the conditions can be unsafe with the melt, especially for river crossings, and also just unpleasant. And since I deal with foot issues, there's just like, I've got a lot more factors to consider, since hard terrain is not just hard for me, it's potentially hike ending. Oh man, this snuck up on me. Wasn't expecting that. Alright, we are at the base of a decently steep 1,000-foot, 1,500-foot climb. And then that is our last climbing for the day, and it's all downhill after that. So definitely trying to get this done as early as possible. It's already getting kind of warm, but it's not too warm yet. No, this is my last good water. Gross cistern water's next. Now we're drinking this water. I'm only going to drink half a liter because it's a mile to the next source, and I'm going to hope the next source is better. I'm going to put lemonade powder in here so that I don't have to think about how yellow this water is. It is filtered though. Alright, here's the official 500-mile sign, which is now at the 501.8 or something. That does not mean that they placed it wrong, but rather they've made trail adjustments since then that have made the trail longer. Alright, I have made it to the top of the climb. Now the next 4.5 miles or so are going to be reasonably flat, which usually means a lot of up and down, but like nothing too drastic in elevation change. Then after that we're losing like 3,000 feet. Then we're going down to the aqueduct. Water source number 1 with the bear in it. I'm just curious. So that's it. They actually bolted it shut so nobody drinks from it. Oh well. Well, I couldn't see for myself, but other people said they saw a bear in there, so it must be true. Okay, the next cistern is in only 0.1 farther from that one. And it also doesn't have good reviews, but I'm just gonna check it out because the water that I do have is pretty gross. So if it's even slightly better than that, I'm gonna toss out the water that I have and use it instead. This water is clear. Hooray, I'm gonna drink that instead. It's underneath here. You just have to stick your hand in it, so you still have to definitely filter it, but yeah, don't have to drink that gross yellow stuff anymore. I only drank like maybe 1/5 of a liter, because I really was trying to not drink it. Ah, the biting flies have awoken. I hate them with the burning fire of 1,000,000 suns. I'm very conflicted. In a little less than half a mile, in less than half a mile is the good cistern where I was going to siesta. But two things. Number one, I'm getting there a little earlier than expected. It's not even 11 yet. Number two, it's a lot cooler than I expected. Partly because we're up at 5,000 feet right now. Partly because there's a nice breeze. So I almost don't feel like I need a siesta. But I do know that after this, we're going to be descending down. And as we descend, it's going to get hotter and hotter. So I could get into a situation where I don't siesta now, and then I'm just miserably hot later and can't find shade or something, and I don't want that. On the other hand, I don't want to have to siesta for like 6 hours. I'm gonna get bored and restless. Other people in my group are much better at not doing anything for many, many hours. On the other hand, they're all behind me, so I feel like by the time some of them get there, it's going to be a more reasonable hour to siesta. And if I'm going to sit around for a bunch of hours, I want to do it with my friends. I don't want to just sit around by myself. So, I don't know. I guess I'll maybe start the siesta, and then if they get there and want to keep going, then I'll gladly keep going. But otherwise stop? I don't know. Thinking about it. Gotta say, this looks like some pretty nice shade for a siesta. And then the water source is down this path. Not sure how far, but I don't think it's super far. So it's right there, look, just around the corner. There's some shade there too. Somebody made this jug on a stick that you stick in there, fill up. You can see it's pretty clear. Then I'm going to put it into my bottle and then put it into this bottle. So it's a bit of a process. Alright, I'm just starting out after my siesta. We did end up stopping at that water source. I took a 5.5 hour siesta. Yeah, but I slept for 2 of those hours, so that was kind of nice. I haven't really napped on trail. Setting up my tent was definitely key. It was so nice to not have to worry about the biting flies for a little bit. Yeah, so now I have 6 more miles into camp. Probably getting in kind of late since waited for the heat of the day to mostly go away, but that's okay, and should be fairly easy as long as my feet behave on the downhill. It's pretty flat for a while and then pretty steep downhill, so I'm hoping it's okay. But yeah, off I go. Shade is always nice when you are still leaving during a hot part of the day. We're going through a beautiful pasture, kind of top of the ridge walking right now, but it's also very short-lived because my elevation profile tells me we're going to be descending for 3,000 feet very shortly. Wow, look at this expanse. There's the windmills. This is super pleasant hiking right now. The temperature is perfect. Since we're on the eastern facing slopes, there's already so much shade. I definitely took the perfect siesta and started hiking at the right time too. I thought maybe 4:30 would be a little too early, but it is very pleasant. By now it's already 5:30. I already done some work as far as getting miles done. We'll see about the steep descent. I'm a little worried about it, but it'll be fun. I am on top of the world. This is so pretty, I can't get over it. I could just keep this video going for like an hour and still find it amazing. Dang, this is still beautiful, but it is a knee killer. There are no switchbacks here. It is just straight down. Pretty steep for the PCT, and my knees are feeling it. Ugh, the mosquitoes are out again. I swear, if they went extinct, I would not care. Pretty sure they don't serve a single purpose except for to negatively impact humans and animals. Okay, the path has settled down into regular switchbacks. Check out this view. We're going to be hiking down there tomorrow. For a little while there, I thought my knees were going to die. It was so steep, but now it's just regular switchbacks again. I just realized you can't really see because of the sun, sorry. It is 6:30 right now, and I am 1.5 miles away from camp. I'm hoping to get there just before 7. Definitely beating some other people to camp so I can get a good camp spot, as is sometimes my strategy. But man, I am so hungry. I'm already planning what kind of mountain house meal I'm gonna eat. At Aqua Dulce, I got all Mountain House meals in my resupply because I had asked for some for Christmas, so I had a bunch for that box. So yeah, it's an exciting time, and I've got so many good options.
That didn't work.
So we just had amazing trail magic with a birthday cake, and everybody had to sing happy birthday to everyone as they arrived and got the cake. It was amazing. But now it's 8 o'clock and my tent isn't set up, and I still need to eat some dinner, so we gotta get down to business.
It's probably gonna get better, yeah.
It's already after my bedtime, and I barely started. My tent is up. My sleeping pad is not ready yet. So many chores in so little time.